and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is either they're very obsessed with you or they are pissed because they felt like you used to be obsessed with them and now you aren't. Could be a little column A, a little column B. We've got the Devil, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody who feels like you have received or are about to receive an offer in love, and they're nervous because they thought you would be hung up on them. They thought you would still be obsessed with them. They thought you would be unhealed with the Four of Swords in the reverse. But instead, it feels like they're the one who is still struggling and wondering if there's going to be another chapter between the two of you, and you've moved on. Hello, Goddess of Love. How are you? Hello, Carrie. I hope you're having a good day. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of one chant time. I hope you all are enjoying your day or your weekend. Hello, Rachel. How are you? If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And right below that, you can also find a link to find out more information on the 3 tiers of membership that I offer. Thank you to those of you that have joined. I'll have some additional shorts out and probably a video for you later today as well. Let's dive in. We're going to start with the Pulp Tarot and see what else we got. Hello, Aisha. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. You have the King of Pentacles and the Moon in the reverse. Okay. I just saw somebody like straightening their outfit like they do. Like if somebody's about to take a picture and you're trying to look your best. So I think this is an individual who really cares about their outward appearance. Somebody who maybe also is very concerned about their reputation, perhaps overly so. And I get that this is somebody who can take care of themselves financially, but they don't have the best of intentions. We have the Moon in the reverse. This is somebody who is secretive or doesn't want you to know what their real intentions are. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. I say interesting because the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands are the only 2 cards I've pulled from this tarot deck that are in the upright. And those are the 2 people, right? Everything else is in the reverse. And I feel like that's because we've got, it's like I want everyone to think about who I am in this light, but I want to hide certain aspects of myself. So don't ask too many questions, just accept who I tell you that I am. And we'll pretend that, you know, my past or my motivations aren't really a thing. So very superficial connection. This could be a reference to somebody who really likes to keep things casual or likes to keep things superficial or surface level. With the Queen of Wands here, there's a focus on looks. So someone who would be very picky in terms of this is my type or this is what I want. You can't be this, or if, you know, this slips, then I expect you to like go work on yourself. With the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, the only thing of value to this person seems to be like physical. Like, yeah, but are you a 10? I don't know. Are you? You have the Chariot, the 6 of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Love bombing or charm. A person who can build rapport and make you feel comfortable, but it's fake, right? So because I was in sales for a long time, There's obviously like tricks of the trade, right? Things that you can do to build that rapport a little bit faster than you might otherwise be able to. So things that I remember, for example, people really like it when you use their name when you're talking to them. So if you ask a question, but you add their name at the end of it, it's more likely you're going to build rapport with them. Obviously, asking questions about a person, giving them the floor to talk about themselves often enables rapport if they like that. I feel like this is somebody who is trying to get what they wanted, may have even paid for what they wanted. With the Six of Pentacles here, it seems rather transactional. But this is somebody who could just be coming out as transactional because they do all of this charming, building rapport type thing so that they can get what they want, so that they can expedite the outcome they're looking for. So this could be a very charming person who likes to, roll through the dating app real quick, one night stand type vibe, but I'm going to make it seem like I'm super romantic. But this could also be somebody who knows how to manipulate everyone around them and gets what they want at their workplace, gets what they want out of their family, doesn't get told no very often. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not impressed by this person. It frustrates them. So they find you very attractive, or there's something about you that is like very much their type. I do feel like I'm picking up on somebody who likes to go for people that are much younger than them. Or they like to go for people who are at a disadvantage financially. They like that difference in power dynamic. It's like, well, if I know that you're going to be impressed by like fancy restaurants or like fancy hotel rooms, then that's already a win for me. And then you'll fall for my little charming act, right? This is somebody who thinks they can impress people easily because they have like figured it out, right? This is What's the News. Really? Okay, so we've got Sneaky Link, Graduation Day, and Ghost. This is very like Barney Stinson. This is like, okay, so I'm gonna, get to know somebody, take them out, play some great music, have great conversation, make them feel all warm and fuzzy, make them think that there is a possibility for long term, but that's not my intention at all. I just want the low-key situationship. And I'm sorry, but I see the graduation day as once I get what I want, then I ghost. So this is somebody who figures out what they want from a person, they get what they want, and then they leave. We have laughter, time, and spilling the beans. This is a person who really felt like if they walked away from you before you were ready for things to be over, that would leave you in suspension, and therefore you would be open for this person to potentially come back around. Oh, I'll explain what happened, but I've been missing you. Very manipulative energy, right? I'll leave things hanging, or I'll make you want to chase me. And I don't know. I feel like you figured this person out. You left before they could leave you, is what I'm picking up on. I feel like you saw through this person in a way that a lot of people don't. You saw that there was a script or like a process that they were going through. They didn't get to graduation day with you. you know, this is a general reading, so maybe some of this will resonate and not all of it, right? But I feel like this is a reading for somebody who dipped before this person got what they wanted, and they're pissed because they're very used to getting what they wanted or what they want. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. Hey, Johnny, how are you doing? Well, that makes sense. They came out as the King of Pentacles in the upright, and now they're coming out as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. They want all the nice elements of the King of Pentacles energy, you know, like, oh, I have a place to stay, I have security, I'm, you know, I don't know, reliable, I can take care of things. They want like the positive energy from that to be what people see about them, right? Like, look at my car, look at where I live, whatever it is. But they don't want anybody to pick up on the fact that they fall short with regards to the elements of the King of Pentacles that suggest this is somebody who can do like the long-term relationship thing. They may also be lying about their money. This could be somebody who's like, I'm gonna rent a car. It's really expensive and tell everybody that I own it. Cool. Nine of Swords. This is somebody who feels like they didn't get what they wanted. Judgment in the reverse. Oh, well, I must have just like picked the wrong person, or, you know, I guess I like misread who you are. They feel like they had the wrong approach because they didn't read the person correctly, but it's like, I don't know if they could have had a right approach with you. Eight of Swords in reverse. You don't get caught up like this. Maybe you used to a long time ago, but you don't now. See, this King of Pentacles felt like the Queen of Wands was somebody that they could read and figure out. They look at people as there's something that I can use to control you. I just have to figure out what it is. Is it money? Is it substances? Is it love? What is it that you're looking for? Once I know that you are looking for that, then I'm going to dangle that carrot in front of you, all while we move closer to whatever it is that I really want from the situation. And then I'll kick you out before you get what you want. This person's very methodical. They don't really care about what other people are interested in. But then you come along, like the universe has a little trap for this person. They're like, oh, well, you're attractive. I want to add you to my collection. Because again, they don't see people as people. What can I get from you? Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So for those of you who know a little bit about the tarot, you might know that Ace of Wands, this can be like the phallic card, right? It can be representative of that physical attraction manifesting itself. Let's go with that. It's in the reverse, so it's not upright. You know what I'm saying? You were not interested. You do not give access to this person. Y'all in bubba, please, okay? Nine of Pentacles, you were like, no, I'm good on my own. So if this was somebody who was like waiting for you to ask them upstairs, you were like, no, I don't do that. If this is somebody who is waiting for you to ask them out to spend money on them, for example, you got the red flags before you did any of that, right? Whatever they wanted to get from you, they did not get from you. Good work. I like this for you. Denied. And they don't like that at all. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Two of Wands. Okay. So this is just a little hiccup. This is just like a little detour, but I can still get what I want. They're literally putting together another strategy, another approach, another in, if you will. For some of you, this already happened too. For others of you, this is where they're at right now. Okay, I just have to like come up with a better plan and then I'll get what I want. Sure. Something tells me that they can't outsmart you. King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's when they're trying to figure out this like regroup, like, okay, I'm pretty sure that I can figure out a way to reapproach and get what I want. They're thinking about this plan when somebody else makes an offer to you that seems much more your pace. So this King of Wands is a third person, right? What's interesting is you came out as the Queen of Wands. They find you very attractive, but they can't match your energy, not like a King of Wands could, because the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, this would be divine counterparts, right? So this is somebody who gets you. This is somebody who would see your value as far more than just what you can offer this person or what you look like. This is somebody who sees the potential for long term with you. And this is why you're getting interested or you're entertaining this new offer, and why this King of Pentacles is like, "Ah, what? But like, I was in the middle of like playing games with you. Where do you think you're going? Like over here where people don't play games with me." And they're like, honest, you should try it sometime. And they're like, no, that's not fair. They're getting all pouty because you're not following their little script where they feel like you should, basically just fall for whatever they tell you. And you're like, how about no? I can't fit that into my schedule. Sorry. Hello, Mario. How are you doing? Hello, Voyager. What's happening? Hello, Luis. Hello, John. How's your weekend? It's not Luigi. Unless you guys have like a cute little nickname, but that's funny. We've got never give up, phrases, motivation, number 24. And then we've got number 30, smiley face and joy. There is something so magnetic about your energy. Even if you aren't like the most confident in your looks, that's fine, right? We all have like our assets and our whatever. But like this is saying there is something magical about you that draws people in. I do feel like it's partially what you look like and partially that you have this like effervescent energy. Maybe you're just really funny. Maybe you get over things easily. You certainly get over people easily. They think so anyways. You're focused on what's going to make you happy. This person couldn't make you happy if they tried. Okay? No, because it's fake. This King of Pentacles is like, what are those called? What are those? Pistachios. Yeah. This person is like a pistachio shell. You don't get the good stuff. It's just the shell. They're like, look at me, I'm great. I have money and I look good. So you should be happy to be in my presence. And you're like, where's the nut? The good stuff ain't there, honey. Which is extra funny. I've never used that analogy, but pistachios, they're green. This is somebody who likes to talk about their money, and I'm saying there's no green. So I do think that this is somebody who exaggerates what they have as far as those financial like benefits, right? Rainbow, hope. Number 6. You know what you deserve. You know that if somebody is not offering what you deserve, that you can just like mosey on. You have the discernment needed to be able to pick up on this person's real energy. And you're like, oh, that is not pretty. You, sir, are the equivalent of a grease pan. Sorry, I shouldn't say sir. It's because it's the King of Pentacles, right? But this could be anybody. I do feel like, oh, I forgot one. See, that's why you knew that you needed to be cautious around this person. That's a whole other reference to that Chariot, right? Because they came out as the Chariot. This person moves through people really quickly and you picked up on it and you were like, no, thanks. I'm not going to be a notch. I'm sure you'll find someone else. No worries. And they do not like that. They really expected you to be obsessed, chasing them. They felt like you would be like the others, you know? If I give you a little bit of time. If I entertain you, if I'm charming to you, then, you know, you just be like, oh, you know, what's up, Midwest Galaxy? Hello, Laura. I know I didn't intend for that at the beginning, Galaxy King, but how could I resist that joke, you know? Low hanging fruit. All right. I will stop. I probably won't, but I'll pretend. Hello, Realm of Bedlam. Meow. How are you doing? We've got number 14, which is the fox. A little reconnaissance, perhaps. I can't with this. This is wild. This person is possessive of you for no reason. Like literally, if you were possessive of this person, they would mock you, maybe even like directly to your face or say something really rude via text message. Like, we've always just been friends. What do you mean? Maybe we should just be friends. This person is not seeing things the way that they should because they would rather justify their behavior, and they think it's unfair that you have walked away from them when it's completely fair because you saw that they had not so great intentions. It's like, why won't you let me be mean to you? I wonder. You tiptoe it. All right, what else do we have? So they know that they have experienced a loss. That's what this mice card is, by the way. They're doing some recon. They're trying to figure out where you are. And when they realize where you are is like you blocked them, you unfollowed them, you unmatched them, whatever it is. You're like, poof, gone, fart in the wind. How do I know that? Because we have the ship. You cut them out before they could cut you out. And that really doesn't sit well with them, probably because they are a little bit self-absorbed. Just a wild guess. I don't know. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. There's got to be a little bit of an ego issue here. There's just got to be. What else? Hello, Smiley Child. I do have a lot of playlists that could help with that. And I also posted a couple of shirts lately. They have like a light pink banner in the upper corner where I put the letters or like little call out. And it says ask 3 yes or no questions. That might help you get your answer. Otherwise, I do offer personal readings. Email address in the description box below. Hello, Jenny. How are you doing? This is the Gypsy Oracle. Oh, we got love? Shut up. Interesting. We have love, death, and old woman. The reason this person's so upset, the reason that they can't believe you're not obsessed with them is not just that they have had a history of being able to get people to want more and get obsessed with them, but also because your self-control, your self-respect, your willingness to walk away from what they feel is such a beautiful offer. How could you not want me? It kind of made them get obsessed with you. This is so weird because it's like, I don't know if they're just a little obtuse, but effectively what this is saying is they're mad that their tricks didn't work on you, but they somehow can't seem to conceptualize that you're walking away from them first is the reason why they feel so obsessed with you. It's like, so you don't recognize the taste of your own medicine? Do you also make sauces and not taste them to see if they need more salt? I'm just curious. Just curious. I won't lie though. There are some times where I make sauce for my chicken. Like I'll do baked chicken and rice all the time. And I like to just like throw random shit in there. You guys can make fun of me if you want, but I'm just like, mustard? Yes. Cumin? Cool. Dr. Pepper? Why not? And sometimes I don't taste it, so I'm making fun of myself, to be honest. So look, this is somebody who is learning about their own games that they play by getting a taste of their own medicine from you. They felt that you were in some way very dreamy. Obviously, they're attracted to you, have this very magical energy. But what they didn't expect is that somebody could be attractive and smart. What? That's a thing. They were so taken with your appearance, they couldn't quite fathom that maybe, just maybe, you had a few brain cells to rub together as well. Hey, Joe. Good for you. You deserve better than that. Hello, Shade. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Thief and enemy in the reverse. So this is getting a little more complex because it kind of feels to me like for some of you, you reject this King of Pentacles. They don't get what they want from you, okay? And you pivot. There's another offer for you, and it's this King of Wands who could very well be a friend or an acquaintance of the King of Pentacles. Dun, dun, dun. With friends like these, who needs enemies? What? I don't know. If I keep digging, I might find that this King of Wands is like, yeah, well, the King of Pentacles doesn't seem to like respect bro code or girl code. So like, why should I care if you're interested in the Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands is my jam, okay? This is somebody who's like, I don't know, man. This is somebody who's like perfect for me. And I know you don't even really care about people. So why should I feel bad about hitting on them? I need to like make popcorn, you guys. This is getting juicy. This is the Gilded Reverie. We have the House, number 4, and the Storks, number 17. I feel like there's a congratulatory message or a kind message, maybe even an introduction where you're like, oh yeah, this is so-and-so. And this King of Wands is like, ayuga, right? I feel like when the King of Pentacles is looking to play their games, right? And I don't know, get somebody else that is attached to them or obsessed with them. This King of Wands sees the Queen of Wands as like fair game, man. It's in the refrigerator. Not the person. That's weird. Sorry, I was just quoting Tenacious D. And if you don't know, you should work on that. Jack Black is hilarious. 21, the Mountain. Oh, you lucky fuckers. We've got the Whip and the Clover. Yeah, this person felt they were going to be able to seduce the Queen of Wands, but the King of Pentacles found out that they instead got rejected by the Queen of Wands because whoever you are, Queen of Wands, you saw through their little games, right? So they don't get what they want. And then they have the distinct pleasure of watching this King of Wands use the appropriate approach, actually see you for who you are, value you as a person, and maybe they do get what they want with you. It kind of feels to me like this King of Pentacles is seeing the King of Wands be successful in their pursuit of the Queen of Wands, which they failed to be successful in. If we view that as success, right? Because clearly we know what they're looking at. Now, unironically, I've pulled the Whip. If you don't know, whenever I pull the Whip, oh no, is it buffering? Hold on. Okay, just making sure. The Whip, whenever it's pulled, I have to tell a joke. I think now if I stopped, it would be like you all would have a problem with me. Hello, Hope. How are you doing? So get ready. The whip. No, not the whip. The whip. No, not. Please, not the whip. The whip. No, please, anything but the whip. Anything? The whip. I sometimes wonder, what if like my neighbors heard me doing that? Hello, Steven. How are you doing? So look, somebody else is getting lucky, okay? Did I just put that away? Get back out there. And it's probably worth saying that this whip could be a reference to somebody who feels punished. Like somebody else got what I wanted because I didn't approach it with the right intentions. But it's also sometimes a reference to preferences for naked time. You can figure out how that one works for you. But I'm telling you, there's somebody else who sees your value, wants to approach you in the right way. There's a lot that you two have in common. And this person that you've rejected in the past, for whatever reason, they're extra insulted, either because they know this King of Wands or because they feel like they're better than this King of Wands. I don't know. There's something here where it's like, how dare you choose somebody else? What? But I was going to be so unreliable and forgettable. You're right. How could I turn that down? Hello, Grant. How are you doing? This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. Sorry, guys. I'm super mature today. 37, Shadow. With a nice looking... I'm sorry, I'm laughing too hard because I watched the Aaron and Joe, what was it, like a review of the Paul brother movies, and there was a point where they were adding commentary with a lisp because of the Tyson fight. So my little lisp right there just sent me right back to that moment. I'm sorry. I will focus. We have a scythe here, and it's the Shadow. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, mystery. What works for this King of Pentacles at times is to operate with an air of mystery because it gets people wanting more or asking questions. I want to know, like, do you like me, right? They like to give a little bit so that people want more. And you were like, you didn't give me enough. I paid you $25 for an appetizer. You're going to give me one mozzarella stick? No. Like, it's not good enough for you. You're like, oh, well, if that's all you're going to share, then I know exactly what you're doing. Okay. And I'm going to go get some pizza instead, because that will actually satisfy me. You can take back your mozzarella stick. This is awful, you guys. This is going downhill quick. If I have to delete later, enjoy being here on the live chat. Okay, guys. Beast. Conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, and oppressors. Okay, yo, check this out. Do you see any similarities? Going around the perimeter, trying to see what's going on with you because you rejected them and they can't fathom that somebody would have rejected them. How? How don't you like me? Look at how hot I am. Look at all my money. I'm very prosperous. I could spend money on you so that you know that I think you're cool, but I probably don't remember your name. You saw through this person. You were not interested. They can't get over it. And then they see somebody else hits on you or like gets lucky with you. And they're like, what? The audacity. But like, I'm right here. Good Lord. I can't with this one. All right. The truth is, and let's just see what amazing cards come out about this person. Don't hate me. I want you to do well. I want you to see what's going on so that you can make changes. But like for you to be all butthurt over somebody doing what you literally do to everybody, but like you do it methodically, like this is rich, you know, it's like eating into double chocolate cheesecake, like, ooh. Okay, so we have addiction, attachment to unhealthy behaviors or substances. Now, I just want to be very clear that anybody out there who is looking to make the right decision for them and their health regarding addictions or substances, I support you and I believe in you. Don't take my jokes as anything but, okay? But I will also say that I think this addiction card is more so about somebody who is heavily dependent upon the external validation they get when they get people obsessed with them. So I don't know that it's necessarily substances so much as I really need you to be obsessed with me so that I can feel better about myself. And that, my friends, is unhealthy. Because if you really want to be a boss, you have confidence for the right reasons, not because you can play games with other people, but because you're an actual cool human. Try it. I don't think they've tried it yet. I think they're just obsessed with things that make them look cool. So they probably have some insecurities, right? Hello, Jason. How are you doing? So we've got better now, healing wounds within the relationship. See, I think this is the relationship with yourself. And this person's frustrated because they didn't expect you to have those morals, that self-respect, that self-control. You know what you want in a relationship, so you're not going to sacrifice that to connect with somebody like this King of Pentacles, who may be a little bit arrogant, right? But this could also be a reference if the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands know each other or have known each other, because I do kind of feel like they could be coworkers or like acquaintances or friends in some way. We've got round and round, cycle of highs and low, or high and low emotions with no resolve. This would be our King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles gets that little high off of people wanting them, messaging them, pursuing them. That's what the like addiction is, right? I want it more and more and more and more. It's empty. It's vacuous. It's like, what's the best way to explain this? It's like when HP or whoever it was decided that maybe what they should do is start a subscription for printers. No, that's not how it works. This King of Pentacles is like, they want subscriptions, okay? They don't want one reliable thing that does what's going on, right? You can't force it like that. They were trying to get an onslaught of compliments, pursuits, people that wanted them more than anything because they don't have the real confidence, right? What else? Resentment, hurt and bitterness over unfair treatment and wasting time. So they're mad because they think it's unfair that you are getting with somebody else. But they don't want to admit that what they were going to do is absolutely waste your time. So good for you, not letting them waste your time. When you see who somebody really is, you don't have to like literally walk to the end of the lane to figure out if it's actually, oh, I said end of the lane. That's very like Letterkenny. No, I think they say laneway, don't they? Or is it lane? You guys help me out. Anyways, you don't have to explore everything when you already know how that story ends. You got to make sure your discernment and your intuition are on point so you're not judging someone unfairly. But I'm pretty sure you called this one right on. Like, yeah. They're just a little bit salty because you saw them for who they really are. And normally they can kind of confuse people a little bit. This is the Morgan Greer. We've got the 5 of Swords and the reverse. Nobody can fool you. This person could not control you. You really get under their skin because you are not a little puppet. You got out before anything really got serious, and they can't stand the fact that you rejected them. They want to find a way to get back in. If this person apologizes or if they try to do right by you, I would be pretty suspicious of them, because this is somebody who would really like to say, yeah, they rejected me, but then, you know, we had like another go round and then I rejected them. I do not see this King of Pentacles approaching you with the right intentions, like, period. Oops. I see them trying to find a way to get even. And I don't know that you're going to allow that either, because you still see through them, right? This is how interested you are in their offers. Really? No. That's like if somebody asked you to take a week off of work so that they could pay you $20 to retile their kitchen. I'm pretty sure most of you would be like, in what world does that make sense? No. You are not going to throw away whatever you could potentially have with this King of Wands, who has shown you respect or will show you respect in the near future. Because that seems silly. You are not under this person's spell. You are not obsessed with them. They were hoping you were, but it's really just looking like they're obsessed with you. Another King of Pentacles. Get out of here. And another Devil. Oh my God, this is wild. I mean, it's worth pointing out that the Devil is associated with Capricorn as far as the Devil in the tarot, right? Well, for reasons, right? But this is saying they're obsessed with you when they are generally quite used to people being obsessed with them. They can't stand that you've turned the tables on them, and they must get revenge. I know. Delulu. So 2 of Pentacles. There's somebody else, and it means you are not at all interested in hearing from this person again. You would not entertain them if they asked you out. You would not be interested in a conversation. I mean, if they want to like apologize, that's fine. But like, even that, I feel like you're just like send a note. I don't know. I don't want to talk to you. Ew. This person has no recourse. They have no path forward with you because they are not what you want, and you see them as being very manipulative. Not to mention, for many of you, this person is making this effort to come back around into your life when you have literally found what you do want. It's like, hey, I know you ordered specifically that French silk pie and that you're like allergic to apples and stuff, but like, can I trade you my apple pie for your pie? So many inappropriate jokes. You're like, no, I literally asked for the French silk pie. Get out of here, apples. How do you like them apples? No, they don't have much of a chance at all getting your attention. This is why they're so obsessed with you. They're like, how could you not like me? Oh my God, it makes no sense. I'm so cool. I'm just going to say this. If you are ever at the point, and I kind of feel like my collective is not, if you're ever at the point where you're like, oh, everybody wants me. Of course they all want me. I'm everybody's type. Then you know you have a problem. Just saying. Mystic Swamp. Deep, dark waters. Your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. This person was all about, or is all about, the surface, right? They saw what you look like. They, felt like it would be brag-worthy, whatever it is. They wanted to be able to say, that was something that I did, or someone, right? For some of you, this is somebody that uses their like fame, right? Like I've got like a recognizable name, so I'm sure you want to like spend time with me and be able to say like, guess who I know? Maybe I don't. That don't impress me much. Only the moon, interesting, knows what it takes to hide this turmoil. This is the werewolf card. 2 sides of the same tormented soul. What many people don't realize is when they play with fire, when they like to get people obsessed with them, when they get their external validation or like their confidence from people not from themselves or what they are capable of doing. They're playing with fire that can also burn them. And I feel like this is what they didn't realize. They like to get people obsessed with them, and they fail to realize that they themselves had gotten obsessed with that process, which opened them up for a huge sense of disappointment or sadness. In other words, the process that they use to get that confidence or self-esteem ended up burning them because they were so confident in it. Obsession isn't real. Ghost. In the realm of shadows, where memories are host, the echoes of what is gone still haunts me the most. There could be 80 people interested in spending a night with this King of Pentacles, and it wouldn't be enough because you rejected them. Don't let that go to your head, okay? Don't become this person. I can't handle it. You know what? I feel like a good marker for whether or not somebody is in possession of solid confidence, real confidence, is how they handle rejection. See how they either like, or they respect you for having your own decision-making abilities because you're an adult. You know what? I'm sorry to hear that didn't work out, but I wish you the best. Probably a confident person. I can't believe you do that. You're such a loser. I don't like you anyways. You're not even that hot. I'm sorry. I should use like a real voice. I can't help it. Yeah, no, this person just underestimated your ability to use your intuition and your smarts to get what you deserve instead of their half-ass, like, get obsessed with me. Sham of an offer. So good for you. Take a victory lap. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? Coffin, number 19. Bad health in the reverse, 31. And great fortune, 26. Your ability to end things that are not aligned with where you want to be or who you want to be have really helped you to avoid pitfalls, have really helped you to avoid things that make it difficult for you to feel good about yourself or where you are. In other words, you're a boss. You don't get caught up on things that are going to slow you down. This is why you are the Queen of Wands. So you have great fortune coming your way. For some of you, this is literally, monies. For others of you, this is more complex than that. This is perhaps even inclusive of the King of Wands that is your divine counterpart, somebody who sees you for the high value partner. I'm a high value man that you are and wants to treat you accordingly. Remember, it does not have to be a man, but we have maturity in your next partner. And that's going to be real difficult for this King of Pentacles to accept. How dare you choose somebody who is obviously better than me? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Hi, Jamie. Don't worry, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm just going to eat like real quick roast beef sandwich. All right. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And thank you to the members. I hope to see you on the next reading. Doodles.